This is my review for Ford v Ferrari. I know it's after the Oscars and the movie's about to be on Blu-ray soon, probably next week, if not this week. But I was like, since it was an Oscar movie, let me go ahead and get this review out. I know I'm kind of late on it. I think the other movie I needed to see was Little Women, but I've seen basically all the rest of them. The movie is directed by James Mangold. He directed, he actually directed, whoa. He directed and he was the screenwriter for Logan. He also directed The Wolverine as well. So those are two movies. Y'all know I love Wolverine as a character. The Wolverine was a great movie. Logan was a great movie as well. Ford v Ferrari was a good movie too. For what it was, I liked the way that the movie was structured. The movie stars Matt Damon as Carroll Shelby, you know, the Shelby Mustang Cobra. Tracy Letts as Henry Ford II. Catriona Balfe, I think her name is Molly Miles. She did a great job as she plays Christian Bale's wife, Ken Miles' wife. And then we got Josh Lucas as Leo Beebe. And he's in some new movie coming out too as well. I think it's called The Secret. But he has that face where he was kind of like, not really a villain, but he was an annoying businessman character. And he has that face for it. He was annoying the mess out of me. So I don't know how I'm going to see him in the other movie because I'm like, yo, you're annoying. And then, you know, one of my personal favorites, John Bernthal, played Lee Iacocca. And then for Ken Miles' son, we have Noah Jupe, Jupe, who plays Peter Miles. And then Remo Garone, who plays Enzo Ferrari. The movie itself is mainly about the 24 Hours of Le Mans, which I think to this day they said that the only American-made car that has won the 24 Hours of Le Mans is the Ford GT. And there's I think it was Ford period, yeah. It was a Ford car both times. And the only person that done it is Carroll Shelby and I think Ken Miles. Are the only two people that's ever won that race. And basically what the race is it's a track, but it's kind of it's curved and there's straights and there's corners, but it's a 24-hour race. So you switch out drivers every once in a while. And it's through nighttime, it may rain and this and that, but that's why I thought that was crazy. They still do this. I mean, I know it's probably more efficient now, but doing this back then, I think it was the 50s, 60s or something like that. But doing this back then, that had to be taxing on someone. That had to be crazy, racing for that long. The movie, so Enzo Ferrari, they basically win every year. And Carroll Shelby's the only one to ever win, but he can't race anymore because of condition that he has. And so his doctor's like, yeah, you can't race no more. So he gets Ken Miles, who is his friend and a guy that he knows that's just as good a racer as him. I think the first time around, they basically they get the GT prototype and they fix it up and build it the way they want to build it. And things happen along the way, but it really shows how people who really care about racing and care about cars put a lot into it. And the movie's really good because it touches on not only their lives, but it touches on a technical aspect of what it took to do a race like this, what it took to get into this race and why they did it. Because, you know, Ford was one of the biggest manufacturers and they had a lot of money, but people were thinking Fords are just everyday cars and they wanted to be synonymous with winning and victory. So that's why they made the GT. I don't know if they still make GTs. I remember they brought them back. Those are really cool. I've always liked GTs. They're really cool cars. I'm not a huge Ford person, but the GT is a cool car. They should bring that back. I don't know. Maybe they're dangerous. I don't know. They were dangerous in this movie, but that's because you're driving like 200 miles per hour. So, but the movie itself was great. Um, I love Christian Bale. I feel like they did a really good job with the movie. Towards the end, it kind of feels kind of weird, kind of different, but everything was great. It wasn't. I wouldn't say weird. It was just the movie. I like what they did. Like where you thought it would have ended and how it would have ended, it didn't end. So I did appreciate that. I appreciated the way they did it. But the movie, I see why it was an Oscar contending movie. Definitely, the only movie I say it shouldn't be up there is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Joker's not that good either. Like Joker was good, but I don't think it's Oscar good. Like Joaquin Phoenix deserved Best Actor because they didn't nominate Taron for Elton John and Rocket Man. That was he deserved it. But if not, Joaquin Phoenix deserved it. But only reason I say Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because that movie's good. Like I like the movie, but there's too much in that movie that it's wasting your time that it doesn't deserve to be up there. But Ford v Ferrari, one thing I think 1917 won for like sound mixing. This movie, the cinematography, the filming, the acting, but the sound of the cars and everything else in this movie was amazing. Like they did a really good job. And like everybody did a good job with their characters in the movie. If this movie would have always said like before I watched it, I kind of knew I was like if this movie won or 1917 won, I would be okay with it. But Parasite wasn't, which is what I wanted to win because Parasite was the best movie of last year. But definitely check out Ford v Ferrari. If you care about cars at all, check it out. If you like Christian Bale, Batman, come on, check it out. But if you like Matt Damon, check it out. But James Mangold, Logan, check it out. But if you don't care about cars, you might not like the movie. So, but Ford v Ferrari, definitely go see it. Thank you so much for your time and support. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you guys. Don't forget to like, dislike, comment, subscribe,